I swear that what takes me the longest amount of time these days for work are all. Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, which you probably are, my name is Melissa. I am a licensed clinical therapist and I am also a PhD student. I own a private practice based in Los Angeles, and I also work for an organization providing therapy services. So today I am working for my organizational job. I don't have any clients for my private practice tonight, but I am teleworking for my organizational job. So feel free to follow me along to see what that looks like. It is Friday and I am currently teleworking today. Already halfway through my day. It's almost noon. It's about 11:30 right now. And so this morning I had a couple things that I did. I had my Friday staff meeting at 8 a.m. and that usually goes for an hour and a half. And then after that, I had a phone session with a client. And then after that, I had a meeting, and it's just been nonstop. I have a lot of notes that I have to co-sign because I am a clinical supervisor. And what that means is I provide supervision hours to those that are hoping to get their license. So I'm responsible for signing off on their notes. So I have to do that. And there's a couple other things that I need to do. It's going to be a busy day, and I will take you along. Hi. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I am writing a letter to the courts for one of my clients that is struggling with mental health related concerns and has a history of addiction. And he has a upcoming court date. And so what I'm going to do is go ahead and write him a letter to the judge, because I do this actually quite often, since the majority of the therapy that I provide is for our clients that have addiction or trauma. And so what this letter really entails is information about his consistent attendance to our sessions, how he presents, things of that nature. And so I'm going to finish writing that up. Hopefully this will help him with his outstanding legal issues, and we will continue to work with each other from there. So welcome to my at-home workspace. So at the organization that I work for, I am in the office and I still actually meet with some clients in person. Obviously, we are in compliant with social distancing measures. Both the clients and I wear PPE, and when we get the chance, we meet outside, always with 6 feet or more apart from each other. And the reason why the program still mandates that we meet with some of our clients is because we work with a very special population, some of whom are like severely mentally ill and really need extra supportive services. And then also the population that I work with at the organization are primarily homeless. So they don't have a lot of stability in terms of housing, and so they're kind of still in the process of getting housed. And so now that numbers have gone up in terms of COVID cases, the organization allows us to telework from home. I want to say maybe twice a week. And then the other times we're in the office. And I still try to make it a habit to do phone sessions or video sessions with the clients that are more tech savvy or have access to the internet. The ones that don't, those are the ones that I still meet with at the office. So I want to show you how I take my appointments. I'm going to show you on a week where I don't have any appointments yet. So this is my appointment book. I just got it from Amazon because The one that my organization usually provides, I don't know if there is a lack of funding now or whatever with everything going on in the world with COVID. And I think maybe it's their last thing on their mind. So this is what it looks like. And I really like it because it has like 7 o'clock all the way to 8:30. I swear that what takes me the longest amount of time these days for work are all of the notes that I have to co-sign. So one of the things that I really love about being a clinical supervisor is the teaching aspect. So I've spoken about this before in some of my previous videos. I'm currently going back to school to get my PhD in psychology. I already have my license in being a therapist, so I'm a licensed clinical social worker. So what that means is I've already put in all of my hours and I've sat for my board exam, and I'm a licensed clinical therapist. But I wanted to go back to school to get my PhD because I wanted to do more research in mental health and possibly be able to do some adjunct teaching in the future because I really love the teaching aspect of mental health. And that's what I love about being a clinical supervisor. The downside, though, is that there's so many notes to co-sign, and so that's what I've been doing like a majority of this morning and yesterday afternoon when I was finishing up work. So I'm going to continue to do that. And what time is it? 11:51. So I'm going to have lunch soon, probably a little bit after noon, and I'll check in with you later. So I don't know if you can see this, but so this is kind of what also makes co-signing notes take a little bit longer. This is the blurb that I have to addend each note that I co-sign with. So that takes up a little bit more time. Tomorrow is my friend's birthday, so I thought I would do something nice and blow up some balloons and decorate this little outside area that we're going to celebrate in. So that's what I was doing on my break because it's very mind-numbing. Now back to the real work. Okay, so the time is now 12:30. I had my lunch, I had a little bit of a break. Now I am going to continue to do the process of co-signing notes. It takes a long time. I'm not one of those people that just signs them off right away. I'm really big on making sure that the notes are appropriately documented. So I will do that. And oh, that was my client. He emailed me back and told me that he received the letter that I wrote him for the court. So that's a plus. So when is a good time for you? Okay. Have a good rest of your day. Bye. Okay, so that was my 1 o'clock appointment. He canceled. We had a phone appointment scheduled, a phone session, and he wasn't able to do our phone session. I mean, he still picked up the phone, so I just had to reschedule with him. And, you know, that's part of the role as a clinical social worker, is to really be available and kind of make adjustments as needed regarding schedules and appointments. And those that have like consistent missed appointments do have to have talks about that, and that can be uncomfortable, obviously, because that involves talking about fears behind the appointments and getting really deeper into it. A lot of the time, it's not just about missing the appointment, there's so much more deeper to that. And we had that conversation before, but unfortunately, there's a transition of care going on, and so I think that may be affecting it as well. But anyway, that'll give me more time to do notes and co-sign notes and catch up on my own notes. And so I'm going to do that. And then my next appointment is at 2 o'clock. So this person usually doesn't no-show me. So I'm going to look forward to doing a video session with this individual. And then after that, I have a lot of phone calls I need to make about new referrals to me for therapy. So I'll catch you later. When I receive a referral from one of our clients' case managers about needing extra clinical services, whether that be an addiction therapist or something related to mental health, I give the client a call and hopefully able to schedule an appointment. But I wasn't able to reach this person, so hopefully they'll give me a call back. So I'm going to continue to work on notes, and I'll check in with you later. Oh. My setup is like not the best ergonomically, as you can see here. I don't want you to see the screen, but it's like low. See how ergonomically you are supposed to be able to look at the top of your screen where your eyes meet, but this laptop is really down here. So I've been experiencing some neck strain. So I know this is kind of irrelevant to what I've been talking about today in my workday, but I just checked the weather tomorrow and it's supposed to rain. So you may be wondering why I care about this. Well, if you remember earlier, I had shown you some balloons that I was blowing up for my friend's birthday, which will be held outdoors. I mean, I live in Southern California. Out of all the days for it to rain. Really? Like, come on. Come on. Like, I really don't understand this. Anyway, until then, back to work. Okay, so I just finished with my last appointment. He wasn't able to access the video that we had planned to do, so we did a phone session instead, and that went well because he's now in a program, was living on the street, now is able to have temporary housing and is in treatment, so he's doing well with that. So now I'm going to write my notes and then maybe do some more phone calls. So another thing that I have to work on are my encounters for my notes, and basically what that is are billable hours, and billable hours are basically what organizations or agencies use to bill productivity and receive funding for specific programs. So for example, if I'm providing 60 minutes of psychotherapy to an individual, then I have to put that on my encounter code, and then that's billed as a billable hour. So I'm going to work on those, and I'll check in with you later. I had a session, well, scheduled at least, with my client, and he's kind of been avoiding me. got myself a little treat from this pie place. It is a, what is it called? Cereal cheesecake. So after all the hard work I did today, let's see how good this is. That's much better than I thought it was. Hello, so it is the end of my work day and now I am in bed because I'm really tired from the day, and so I'm hoping to get some rest, and I'm really hoping that the weather does not end up raining tomorrow so I can still do this little birthday event that I planned for my friend outside, which is really the only safe way to do anything these days anyway. So I hope that you all have a good weekend. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time, managing mental health matters.